3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Ashland Day 2024.
Good morning and welcome to Around the Clock's coverage of Ashland Day 2024. I'm your host, Yolanda Greaves. We're going to take you through this day. It's a little rainy, but we're expecting people to turn up and show up because it's been a few years since we've been able to gather here with the Ashland community and celebrate all the great things that is the community of Ashland. So hope you enjoy our coverage of Ashland Day. We might get a little wet, but we're hoping for some sun a little bit later on. And if not sun, maybe no rain. So we'll share the events that happen at the gazebo, as well as take you through and speak with some of the vendors and groups that are here in support and celebration of Ashland Day. Hello, we are continuing our Ashland Day fun, I guess. We're going to be talking with different people. Right now we have Makita Keegan and her son Alex. Makita, your first Ashland Day as a select board member. Does it feel any different?
It doesn't feel different, but it always feels good, Yolanda, and we're happy to be here.
So, Alex, do you remember ever coming to Ashland Day?
I only remember one time, but I don't exactly remember the date.
So what are you most looking forward to here at Ashland Day, other than the ice pop that you're enjoying so much?
Hang out with my friends, and if the rain clears up, going out onto the bouncy houses.
On the rides. Which one are you most looking forward to?
The bouncy castle.
Fun. Makita, it's a little bit rainy, but what advice do you have for people who are attending today?
Listen, Yolanda, and everybody else knows that a little rain ain't going to get Ashland down. We are here to have a good time, to celebrate community, rain or shine. So I'd say come on down, have fun. We've got a lot of vendors here. We've got a lot of community groups here. It's a great way to start a rainy Saturday. So don't hesitate. Just come on down and say hi.
There you go. Come on down to Ashland Day and enjoy the fun. Hello, we're now talking with Jen Araya. Jen, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Ashland Day, what brings you back?
Memories as a kid coming here. So I brought my kids that are over at the bouncy houses right now, but just enjoy the community and being together.
Do you still live here in town?
I do.
What kept you here?
The location and the people in the community.
Nice. What were you looking forward to most here at Ashland Day?
Nicer weather, but just seeing old friends and old communities, small businesses, and supporting everybody.
It's the best cheeseburger at Ashland Day.
There you go.
So again, welcome again. Yeah, we're back. We had a 4-year hiatus, unfortunately 3 years with COVID and a tropical storm that hit us last year as we were doing an interview here. And
Here you go. Thank you. Here you go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
members of the Ashland National Honor Society. Ladies, if you could give me your names.
I'm Bryn. I'm Allie.
And what year are you ladies?
We're the class of 2025.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about why you're here at Ashland Day and what some of the events are that you have coming up.
So we have some flags here at Ashland Day, so you can honor a veteran, and the flags are personalized with the veteran's name, whether they're alive or deceased, and their branch in the military. And then we're also selling lollipops and bracelet kits.
And what do you have coming up in the spring?
In the spring we have a talent show coming up, and then in October we're also going to be at the farmer's market selling all these great things.
Great. So Farmers Market on October 19th and flags for veterans coming up as well. Ladies, thanks for chatting with us and have a great day here at Ashland Day.
Thank you.
Great pleasure to acknowledge, thank, and award Rob St. Germain a Senate citation in honor of receiving the 2024 Ashland Citizen of the Year Award for your outstanding service, impact, and leadership in the community. And I'll spare you the rest. This will be in the Senate notes. I do just want to mention that Rob, we have been blessed with Rob's presence and living in Ashland since 2001. He moved here. He was a management consultant before all of his volunteering work, and Ashland provided a feast for him for volunteering. You said at one point in time, and I did look into this, that after you retired, working for the town was cheaper than therapy. And many of us can relate to that. It keeps you busy. He has done so much to strengthen the fabric of Ashland's life. We are the big beneficiaries of it. He's worked with the Scouts. He's volunteered with the Open Space Committee. He's helped with the beautiful River Walk, the town forest as the chair for many years. He lives nearby, and I understand it that he walks all of the trails pretty much every week to make sure they're clear for the residents of Ashland and others, and that everything is in top shape. So, for somebody who has volunteered and done so much to strengthen the town of Ashland, we thank you, we acknowledge you, and we just say, please keep all of your volunteering or pick some new things now that you might be moving on. Thank you so much, and here's the Senate citation. Actually, I want to face that way.
Congratulations. That I was actually doing a project for the select board, and I was selecting different groups, different committees, and oh yeah, he just realized he got zapped. There he goes. Was more than just a person that loved the town forest. He loves life. He loves the community. He loves the things that he does emphatically without reservation. What he told me was, in a recap as an Ashland participant and a volunteer, you don't often reflect on the things that you do in your life until someone asks you about it. And in the last 24 years, they've been together, they've lived in Ashland, and he's done a wonderful thing. He's enjoying life for the first time in quite some time. He enjoys the forest. He takes care of everything. And when I asked him about his children, he said he has 5 total children. 3 his own and 2 of Brett's. And 4 natural grandchildren.
He started working on the proposed Riverwalk project many years ago, and he even helped with the Community Preservation Committee. His leadership has led to him being appointed to Open Space and Recreation over the years. And he chose to work with the Sudbury Valley Trustees Land Trust and Town of Ashland, leading Rob to become a property steward and work to remove invasive plants, as has already been said. But Rob was recognized for his substantial efforts by being awarded the Sudbury Valley Trustees Steward of the Land Award. And we all know how much he loves the town forest, so that is a very appropriate designation. So now, therefore, we, the Select Board, do hereby proclaim Saturday, September 1st, so today, as Rob St. Germain Day, and we urge all residents to make known their appreciation for his devotion to the town of Ashland, and we wish you good health and good fortune. Congratulations. And now you get to talk. Because we know you can.
Ashland Citizen of the Year. And so I have a House citation signed by myself and the Speaker of the House from all of my colleagues to congratulate you. Thank you. We'll get a picture as well. I think I'll make...
It's been a long negative haul for Miss Karen Spilka. Now, Senator President Karen Spilka. We are very honored to have you here and to have you live in town and have you help us throughout the years in getting funding for the many different projects that we have in town now. You fighting for us and advocating for small towns against big cities and larger towns than Ashland for an equal funding formula for education, which I know was something that you were championing of for many, many years, and we greatly appreciate you doing that. So a real quick history about Karen and Joel and Scott and Jake. Karen's career began in public service to fight what she realized was the inequity of the educational funding, which I just said. And while her two sons attended Ashland Public Schools in the early 90s, she realized that the Commonwealth formula was not accurate, was not right, and it needed to be overhauled. And there were many others who felt the same way. And as I look out and I see the crowd in front of me, I see that Claudia Bennett was another proponent for that, and thank you as well. And there are others, so thank you on your behalf for us. Karen's fight for equity in education and funding resulted in the first major accomplishment as Senate President, the passage of the Student Opportunity Act. The culmination of her 20 years, the SOA combined the largest increase in educational funding in Massachusetts history, which changed the public K-12 students to the Student Opportunity Plan, encompassing early education, care, and public higher education. Most recently, state budget being signed into law, this plan now is a reality, including a $1.5 billion investment in early education and universal free community college. A lifelong mental health advocate, Karen led the Senate in the passage of a national leading mental health reform, ensuring that people got the mental health care that they so desperately needed, and they needed in 2022. The bill is now law, and thank you for that, Karen. And the list of accomplishments go on and on and on. But we all know what she has done. We all appreciate what you have done for us and for many others in and around the Metro West area. One that she was a sponsor and passed two major bills, which the Gender X and the Jenny's Law, as a direct result of conversations with constituents, and she spearheaded the creation of the Metro West Tourism and Visitors Bureau, one of the many efforts to direct more resources and recognizing her district, and we greatly appreciate that. She is fierce in her actions. She's also fierce with her family and with her friends. Karen draws the strength and inspiration and wisdom from those experiences growing up in a family touched by mental health and disability, and from her husband and two sons, Scott and Jake, and rescue dogs Lincoln and LaCasa. I did say it right, and I practiced all night long. Be thankful. Karen's previous roles as a social worker, small business owner, and attorney also informed her work today. She's now proudly represents Metro West and communities of Metro West and North Fork District, and comprised of Ashland, Framingham, Holliston, Hopkinton, Medway, and Natick. as well as the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts as the Senate State President. She's a graduate of Northeastern University and holds a BS in social work and Cornell University. And my first time that I met Karen was across the table in a labor law dispute, and you were a mediator from the town of Ashland and the Ashland Police Union. And it was quickly resolved, thanks to your efforts. We greatly appreciate that. So on behalf, thank you. On behalf of the Ashland Day Committee, it is my honor and privilege to award you our Grand Marshal for September 21st, 2024, Senator President Karen Spilka.
I'm not going to, well, I was going to say I'm not going to speak for too long, but that's what all politicians usually start, and then they go on and on and on. So I am going to try not to cry. This really took me by surprise. I can't believe my team pulled this off and didn't say anything, and I usually can figure things like this out, but I really am surprised. I just want to say thank you to Joe and the Ashland Day Committee and Bill and all of the folks here for keeping this going. I remember coming to the first Ashland Day and coming to many others of beautiful sky, of pouring rain, but this really helps to develop and build and showcase Ashland pride and all that we do. I am so happy that over 40 years ago we made Ashland our home. It's an amazing community. I'm proud to be a resident here. At that point in time, I never ever thought that I would be a legislator, let alone a senator or a Senate president. But, you know, Ashland afforded me opportunities to advocate and fight for things in ways that I never thought of. And yes, I look out at Claudia, I think of Harry Henchy, also a partner in advocating for changing the education funding formula. That was so unfair to Ashland and all of our Metro West communities, and so much more. So I feel that I am really blessed to be where I am. And I just want to say this is an amazing honor, and I really thank you. It really is a surprise. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Enjoy Ashland Day.
I just have one question.
What?
Does every politician have to have a BS degree?
No.
I think so. All right. We have another young lady who would like to come up here for a minute. Her name is Sue.
Thank you for calling me young. Okay, I know this is kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm going to do? We always present a Senate citation to the Grand Marshal of Ashland Day. So we create a Senate citation recognizing you as the Grand Marshal, and it's also signed by you as the Senate President. I don't know if I need to read it.
Right, no. It's what's funny is when they announced we're going to have a Grand Marshal, I turned to Susan and I said, do we have a citation for the Grand Marshal? You know, who is it? She said, just wait, wait 2 minutes.
I was actually a lot more rude than that, I think. I said, give me 2 minutes. Congratulations, your first Senate citation.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, and my story starts back in 1963, that Ashland was a little smaller town than it is now. And 1963 was a big deal for the town of Ashland. It was also a big deal for the Hebden family. My daughter Lisa was born and she's over here to celebrate. It's an old story that it takes a village to make something happen, and it took a village to make this happen. In 1963, Ashland, as I said, was a much smaller community, okay? We did not have a prefix for our telephone. We were under Framingham, 617, I believe. And so the telephone company decided they were going to build a brick building at Main and Union Street, and they were going to give us our own prefix, which is 881. And so it was And they also added a time capsule when they built the building to be opened in 50 years. It is now 61 years and it hasn't been opened. So 2 years ago, I met with Cliff and I said, Cliff, what's going on with this? Are we ever going to open that capsule? He said, I know nothing about it. So anyway, fast forward without all of the BS and all of that stuff, this village made it happen thanks to this guy that does a lot of work for, now it's Verizon, but it was the telephone back then. And you needed, I believe, 2 million, 4 million in insurance to get into the building. And because he is covered with the insurance, he is the one who got us into the building. Once we got in, he said, now we need a master mason. Master mason was Paul Capalucci, who is not here today. Paul said, I told him what we wanted. We did a meeting down there. Paul said, wait a minute, how much is this going to cost me? I said, nothing, you're doing it for free. So without further ado, if you two guys want to get your 2 cents worth in, feel free. I'm going to take my shears and open the copper box and have these guys pull whatever is in there out and see if we can explain what it is.
Get it.
What's more, Dad?
Huh?
What's more?
All right.
The handbook?
I think can open.
Sorry, Cliff.
Five ale. Don't cut your fingers, honey. Watch out. Watch out.
Is that what I know it is? Paperwork. Yep, I knew it.
You getting it?
We'll donate it to the town, right, Joe?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can do that.
All right. Yolanda,
Yes,
you are the chairman?
yes.
Last person that touched this
Yes.
was the chairman of the Board of Selectmen.
Okay.
That put the first thing
okay.
in. So come
Okay.
over here and take something out and identify it to the people, and we'll see what it is. I have no idea.
Okay, this is perfect. So the first thing I pulled out was the action by the annual town meeting for March 4th, 1964, Ashland, Massachusetts. These are the notes. I won't read all of it. A quorum being present, the meeting was called to order at the high school auditorium at 7:35 p.m. by moderator John W. Thompson, who called on Reverend Robert E. O'Brien to offer prayer. And let's see, the first article was the following town officers were elected: surveyors of lumber and the measurer of wood and bark. Following committees reported: the Fruit Street School Building Committee, the Civil Defense Shelter Study Committee, and let's see, a report on progress of the Ashland Junior High School Building Committee in 1964. They actually list and note the salaries. Let's see. Wow. Okay, I should have been a select board member in 1964. The selectman chair, the chairman, had a salary of $600. For those of you who don't realize, all select board members, all school committee members, all elected officials in our town are now volunteers. So.
Ashland 100th birthday.
Oh. Okay. The next thing is the Ashland's 100th birthday, so 1846 to 1946, and it's a program
of events. So some leaders, and there are a number of ads. Baldwin White and Company, Investment Securities. Let's see, what else? Anything we know? Wyman's Framingham at Nurseries. Hebden? Yeah. Robert D. Hebden from 43 Granite Street in Ashland. See, you're in the book, Rob. You made the pages. I was around. I made it. I was in it. Oh, this is good. Emergency calls. In case of fire, dial 873-8875. If busy, dial operator, say emergency, Ashland Fire Department, give name, street, and number. Okay, so it used to be that they would do a blast regarding schools. Yep. So the no school signal, 5 blasts at 6:45 a.m. for grade 1 through 5, 1 through 6, 10 blasts at 6:45 for high and grade schools. I was on the school committee for 3 years back in 2000 and whatever, early 2000s, and I did not know that they were still doing this. And I had my daughters outside waiting for a bus one day, and there was no school, and they're like, Mom, how did you not know that? And it's a history of the town up until then. Let's see, what can we find anything interesting? Oh, this will be fun. There's a comment about the liquor problem. Towns Incorporation up to 1885, there was from time to time considerable agitation regarding the question of liquor licenses and liquor sales. But the sentiment of the town was always strongly in favor of no license. Well, that wraps up another Ashland Day 2024. It's a bit of a rainy day, but there were still people out and about. We were still able to celebrate our Grand Marshal, who is Senate President Karen Spilka, and our Resident of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Rob St. Germain. So it was fun, it was wet, but a lot of groups were still here. Hopefully you had the opportunity to share and participate in Ashland Day as well. So I'm Yolanda Greaves, and for Around the Clock, that wraps up Ashland Day 2024.
Happy Ashland Day.
Have you gone up in this lake before?
No, I am.
No? Great Heights? What do you...
I'm ready to go anytime, so.
Won't say that. I'm up there with you.
Okay. Oh, well.